Hi guys, so I'm back for another video, and I know that it's been a very long time since you all have seen me, and I'm hoping that I have most of the subscribers that have stayed with me, but it looks like most of you have been hanging in there with me, so I really appreciate your support. There have been a lot of things that have been going on with me, moving here and there, and switching careers and doing a lot of things that and not made it exactly possible and exactly accessible for me to do a lot of videos. But hopefully, now that things are getting a little more stable in my life, I'll be able to do more videos. Not to mention that I got a better camera. It's going to make it easier for me to get you guys videos. So I really appreciate those of you who have been sending me messages in my inbox and really asking where I've been and just really wanted to see more reviews and saying how much that they love the videos that I've already made. And I'm really, really grateful and thankful for all the feedback. I had several people send me a request to do reviews on their books, a lot of self-published authors who would like me to do that. And I will start to get into the swing of doing those things. If you'll just stay with me. And just give me a little bit of time to get everything in order, and I promise that I will start to get back with you guys on those requests, because that is something that I want to do. I would love to support authors, new authors, people who are out there who are really writing awesome pieces of work and just really need to get that voice out about what they're doing. And that's not just African American authors. As you all know, if you watch my channel, I don't just read books by African American authors, but I read books from different time periods, different authors with different backgrounds and ethnicities. And so by no means am I just saying I'm supportive of African American authors, but of all authors, because I love to read. I'm a reading teacher, for those of you who don't know that, and so it's very important for me to make reading engaging, not only for adults, but also for kids who are not really motivated to read. And it's really important for them to be able to find those authors that they can connect to on subjects that they understand, and they have background knowledge to really adapt what's going on with that character's life to their own life. And that's the type of books that I really, really get into, because you can feel that connection with the characters that the author is creating in their stories. So enough of me rambling. I do have a few books that I want to share with you guys that I have read. Some of them I read recently, others I've read not so recently, but they were still great, and I wanted to share them with the people who are subscribed to my channel, or for those of you who might have just stumbled on my videos. So I did a video a while back about an author named Cleage, and I did a review on the title What Looks Like Crazy on an Ordinary Day, which followed a young lady who had been diagnosed with HIV, and it was really about her struggle with dealing with her illness and how to connect to other people, especially in her romantic life, and just really how to continue to live as if she weren't going to die, even though she had it in the back of her mind that she was. Which was a very, very interesting story. And one of my colleagues had allowed me to borrow that book, and I said that I was going to look into some more books by the same author. And so the next book that I read by Cleage was called I Wish I Had a Red Dress. Now, this book actually has some of the same characters in it. Joyce, who was the last main character in What Looks Like Crazy, was her sister. And I think I kind of mentioned her in my review. So this focuses more on her life. And some of the aspects of the story are similar in the fact that Joyce runs this circle of young, underprivileged women from an not impoverished, I won't use the word impoverished because that's not exactly the right word, but from an underprivileged neighborhood. And it's essentially a group of women who meet. Most of them or all of them have children by men who are not really in their lives, and they just talk about issues that they have to deal with, and they watch movies and, you know, relate to the actors and things of that nature. It's very interesting. But it follows Joyce's life, where she's really dedicated herself to really being there for these girls, these young girls, and trying to just be like a mentor to them, and helping them to understand what a positive relationship is, and, you know, the signs that you should get out of certain relationships, and all these things that are just like character building, things that we all need, and things that especially she wants to give to these young women. So essentially, to me, the book is about her really finding a place and a time for her to really start to deal with herself, for her to start to let go of some of the things that happened in her own past and be able to move past those, and start to really feel like, you know, she can actually be fulfilled in her own life. And it has a lot to do with a gentleman who comes to the area because he goes to work for one of the schools. And so that kind of builds their relationship, because he has an administrative role in the school. And so he has that same kind of mentality to where he wants to help young kids to kind of be a positive role model. And she starts to really have that in common with him. And it's very interesting, their dynamic, because a lot of these books really get to the heart, in my opinion, of some of the stereotypes that a lot of African American women get on them. And I'm not getting deep into that subject because it's a very, very involved and deep subject, so I'm not even going to go there. But essentially, it's about her taking a step away from the things that she has to deal with. For example, the theme of women having to take care of their children alone, and the theme of African American men being responsible for the way that a lot of young African American males are being raised. And she has frustrations with that. She has to cope with those feelings and overcome those feelings in order to kind of forgive, and in order to kind of notice and realize that the same way that she's trying to help those young women is the same thing that he's trying to do with the kids that he comes across every single day. So without giving too much of the story away, there's other characters who play a central role in her kind of cracking the fence, breaking down that fence that she has around herself from the animosity and the resentment that she kind of has for other African American men. Now, that's a theme that I know a lot of you have probably heard before. And my take on reading a lot of Pearl Cleage's books, and I've read one other book by her, they kind of could repeat that theme. They have that repeating theme. And that's in no way a bad thing. It looks at the theme from very different angles, so you get a different aspect of how the characters deal with those things. But it's definitely a revolving theme. So if that's not something that you necessarily like or get into, then this is probably not a book that you're going to want to read. However, if you are interested in those types of things, then this is definitely a book that you should check out. My personal opinion on the book was that I liked it. The third book that I read by her, this is the second, as I mentioned. The third book that I read by her, we'll be honest, and I will do a review on it, I did not finish because I lost my momentum with it. And that's another video. The book is called think it's, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's called Some Things I Wish I'd Never Done. I'll put the actual title down here when I get it. So I apologize for that. But I will say the first one that I read, What Looks Like Crazy on an Ordinary Day, was my favorite. This one, I enjoyed it. Third one, I lost one. And I'll get into more details about that hopefully on the next video. I should probably finish it first so I can give you guys an in-depth actual review on it. And I will do that. So yeah, I only got a chance to do one book because I rambled on. But I promise I'll be back with another review. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed listening. And for those of you who are subscribed to me and you've been waiting for another review, I so thank you so much for hanging in there with me. And I promise that I will continue to do more videos. Things are getting a lot easier for me and my life is getting a lot more, easier to handle. So thanks again. Keep reading. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment box. If you want me to review something that you have written, I would be more than happy to do so. Just send me a comment, a private comment, and let me know what the title of your book is. If you want to send it to me, we can get that arranged. And I'd be more than happy to post a review for you. So thank you guys for watching me, and I will see you soon with another book review.